part 2 from the unboxing video. Alrighties, so part 1, obviously I opened this package and I cracked the bottle open and I was about to review it, and then the video cut out, so I had to post that, delete the video, and now we have some more minutes to actually film the review. So without further ado, we uncorked, for everyone that hasn't seen part 1, we uncorked the Eagle Rare store pick coming out of barrel and batch. This is called Chocolate Fantales, alrighties? So we poured it up over 10 minutes ago, which is good, guys. So the typical rule is 1 minute in the glass for a year in the cask. So 10-year bourbon, 10 minutes. Let it sit in the glass. Beauty. Alrighties, now, so excited right now, guys. On the nose. That is elements of sweet. So I guess that's sweet. It's hints of chocolate, but I think I make blends more chocolatey, guys, but this is a single barrel. Sometimes you appreciate single barrels due to, you know, it's not them blending to create a flavor. This is purely the magic of whatever the cask is doing. Now, you can have 2 barrels sitting beside each other and they could taste different. So that's why single barrels is a very interesting thing to get into. Now, for everyone in Australia who doesn't really have store picks and get into the single barrels, I highly recommend you get into it, because, you know, we don't get much selection here in the liquor stores, so we just get the typical Eagle Rares. So honestly, I'm excited to try a store pick version of an Eagle Rare. So, you know what, I just want to get into it, but we haven't even finished the nosing, guys. Yeah, it's not too dark, but there is elements of dark in there. There is, you know, there's the vanillas, but it's like, oh yeah, you got the sweet caramel as well. It's not like a dark caramel, it's more like on the bright side. And then you're getting the presence of sweet oak. That's what I mean by, I'm adding in these sweet and light, because it doesn't come across to me as something dark and rich, which I'm assuming would probably be the Stag. Now, oh man, it is a good nose, guys. Honestly, from my memory, the nose is better than the standard Eagle Rare. So, you know what, let's just have a taste, guys. Cheers, everyone. Who enjoys an Eagle Rare store pick? Do you chase allocated store picks? Do you chase store picks? Have you tried Eagle Rare? Let me know in the comments. What do you think of it? There was a period where I'd suggest just grab a Russell's 10-year, you know, for price. You know, it could be a cheaper alternative, but we're not talking about alternatives today. We are going right into it. We paid extra for the barrel pick. So, for everyone who doesn't know, Eagle Rare in Australia, roughly $100 for the standard, 115, 20. Really depends on where you go. Now, this store pick, $150 from, obviously, barrel and batch. So there you go. Definitely check out barrelandbatch.com if you are in Australia. Don't buy all my store picks. I still got a few that I'd like to get. You know, the Weller Full Proofs, the E.H. Taylors, which is the same mash bill as this Eagle Rare. So if everyone doesn't know, Eagle Rare uses Buffalo Trace mash bill number 1, which the Buffalo Trace uses, the E.H. Taylor uses, which is rumored to be 78 to 80% corn, 4% rye, you know, 8 to 10% malted barley. You know, this is all approximations, because they do not disclose their mash bill. Must be a secret thing, but I mean, who's going to go replicate it, right? Nowadays, people love transparency. We kind of want to know things, you know. especially in blends. We want to know how much of the component of the older one is in there, or what are the mash bills. Oh my goodness. I'm going to keep a mind on the time because I don't want it to cut out again. So let's just have a taste. Cheers, everyone. Let's get it. Ooh. Oh, man. Wow. It is sweet, but then at the very end, you're getting like the oak. Like it's like a spicy oak. Mm. Man, that oak is a whole lot more dramatic than the normal Eagle Rares from memory. From memory, the normal Eagle Rares is like very approachable, very easy drinking. You know, like for what it is, it's only 45%, I think. Yes, 45%. Yep, 45%. Now, hence why I say the alternative, you know, like I would have went to Russell's 10 and all that, but since I was a proof hound and, you know, I'd rather rare breed, high proof, you know, it is a blend, you got some 12 years in there and that, but completely different mash bill, different distillery, different flavor profile. So I guess if you wanted something that is less bold and spicy, less cinnamon and clove, like that wild turkey, you know, that goodness of the wild turkey, Buffalo Trace is Eagle Rare, but Buffalo Trace Distillery, you know, let's just say you'll be starting off on the Buffalo Trace bottle. Now here in Australia, Buffalo Trace is 40%, 80 proof. In the States, it'll be 46. Now they do have store picks as well of Buffalo Trace at Barrel and Batch, so I will be ordering that to also try, and maybe we'll even compare it with a normal one. We'll do the same with this Eagle Rare. If I get around to buying a bottle of normal Eagle Rare, bourbon budget is real limited now. Now I was able to get this package, you know why? Thank you, Afterpay. There you go. You know what? Let's have a second sip, guys. Cheers, everyone. Mm. That's good. That is good, guys. I mean, yes, it is proof down to 45%, but the finish on it is a long finish. You know, it's starting to fade away now. You know, it's not like a barrel proof where it's like a long Kentucky hug. 45% is actually a good proof range for, I guess, if you just wanted something easier to sip on, nothing too challenging. Maybe good for those that are just starting to get into their above 80 proof, above 40%, or if you're just starting to get into trying your bourbon neat without an ice cube, all that kind of jazz. It's a good proof point. Then you're gonna advance to the, you know, the 101 and all that. But I guess I started off on Wild Turkey 101 and progressed rapidly to rare breed, so I am a bit of a proof hound. I am aware that when I say, oh, it's so sweet, you know, this barrel proof, it's beautiful, and then I give a non-bourbon enthusiast, you know, normally mixes with Coke, let him try, he'll be like, it burns, you know. So keep in mind when we say it's sweet and it's smooth and all that, to someone that doesn't drink neat, maybe you're going to still get that ethanol kick and all that. So maybe you would be good to, if you're trying to phase out of the ice cubes, you know, the ice cube does dilute it. So keep in mind, only barrel proofs will hold up the dilution well. So this being at 45%, maybe you want to add a drop of water in. That could help get away, take away the ethanol bite. Make it smooth for you. Alrighties, you know what? I'm gonna go in for another one, guys. This is awesome. Honestly, I rate it. Not bad, not bad. Yeah. So as it sits in the glass, it feels like it does get more sweeter. So more of that, the vanilla and the caramel. It's so typical of a bourbon for someone to say vanilla and caramel, but it is very predominant. And then it's like barrel aged sweet oak. I'm not gonna say like cigar. It's not heading there yet. It is sweet, guys. It is sweet. As you know, though, Buffalo Trace is a more of a sweeter profile. But let's have another sip, guys. Cheers, everyone. Man, unedited, unscripted, very unprofessional. Obviously, you can tell by the camera quality. But you are all appreciated. Much love for everyone that has stuck through and put up with my shit. So, follow me on my journey. Much love to you all, and cheers, guys. The more I sip this, the more or less bite-ish it becomes, I guess. You could put it like that. You'll get acclimated to it, so don't ever judge a bottle by the first pour, especially the neck pour. But I thoroughly enjoyed this neck pour, so I can't imagine how it's going to be once that bottle sits for a bit and opens up. For everyone who doesn't know, opening up, when the oxygen in the bottle does its oxidization thing to the bourbon inside, the whiskey will start to mellow out and open up. Keep in mind, if your bottle is too empty, then it will go way past the point of opening up to the point where it's going bad and flat. So just keep that in mind, guys. But like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you enjoy Eagle Rare. Have you tried a Eagle Rare store pick? I'm going to pour up another one because awesome. Pause with the cork pop. Oh, man. Oh, beauty. Man. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Yes. Now, trying this Eagle Rare and seeing how sweet and awesome it is. Now, I don't think Stag is the same mash bill, Stag Junior, but either way, I will be excited to try a Stag Junior as well, because I chose it purely because it's the only way you're probably going to get a uncut, natural version of a Buffalo Trace product. Like, this is proof down to 45%. But this bad boy is coming in at 130.6 proof, 65.3%. Can you guys see that? Ooh. This is going to be a hard one for me to crack unless I got a few multiples. I mean, this is retailing for $450 from Barrel and Batch if you wanted this pick. Now, there are other sites, guys, that would have cheaper Stags, $350 being the cheapest. Here in Australia, we don't get American retail rates, let's just say. This is retail. That's just good, guys. That's just good. I mean, colour is dark considerably. If you're thinking in the world of Scotch and its natural colour, then that's dark. But in the world of bourbon, it's still light. But maybe I'm just used to doing my sticking it into the Australian red gum situation, so maybe that's why I'm comparing, like, this is dark. But But we are going to add some of this Eagle Rare into this blend as well, so we may as well do that now. Maybe I'll do it on another video. Yeah, we'll do it on another video and then we'll taste it or something. But I will also have to pour up a little sample of this Eagle Rare pick just to put away. And obviously I am going to be adding some into here. Don't know if I want to fully empty it or let it blend. I'll probably let it blend. At first I wanted to get rid of this juice and we'll just go off the wood doing its thing. But anyways, I'm going to be repeating myself. Much love to you all. Let's enjoy the moment. That is good. That is good. I mean, I don't say things is good that very often, you know, like especially at 45%. But to be, you know, chosen as Eagle Rare barrels and for them to bring it out for the people at Barrel and Batch to select, they would have had to get some good barrels, right? Theoretically. I mean, I don't know how they do it, Eagle, you know, like at Buffalo Trace Distillery, do they, you know, is all the Eagle Rares 10s a blend, or are they all single barrels, or, you know? I didn't look into this, guys. Oh, man. See, wow, now I'm picturing, like, what other single barrels and stuff is out in the market that's more easy for you to get if you're not ordering online. What, Kentucky Spirit? But Kentucky Spirit, man, the price on the Kentucky Spirit nowadays is like 130 plus. Is it that much better than the Wild Turkey 101 going for $70, $80 nowadays? You know, it is more proof than this, but most likely less aged than 10. So Kentucky Spirit will probably be like 8 years or something. So I don't know, the 10 years is shining through. Maybe it's even older than 10. Who knows? They should disclose it. Barrel and Batch, you guys should disclose it. Like the info, you know, the info on the actual barrel itself would probably be good for us connoisseurs. You know, when was it barreled, when was it bottled, all that jazz, you know. Anyways, this is me like advising Barrel and Batch, you know, keep up the good work, guys. But let's just say I'm about to order a Elijah Craig pick, like a foolproof pick, from another site purely because they made the first limited edition box to go with an Elijah Craig pick. Yes, costs more, but that's what makes it exciting for the collectors. You know, the drinkers will probably be hating. Maybe we'll be thinking like, oh yeah, we're paying more for the packaging. But honestly, if you're a collector, you love the packaging, guys. So, honestly, now imagine if they, you know, they made a custom stag box that is like a Master's Keep box or something with the information of the barrel and all that in the inside. Would you want to buy it more? I mean, I'll probably be willing to pay. Oh, I don't want to pay more than I already paid $4.50 for this. What is it going to be, a $500 bottle for the awesome packaging? But I'd like it. Actually, that's an idea for you. I mean, someone's going to do it because I don't have the money to go buy a barrel to do it. So, someone, make a custom bespoke box for a Stag Junior pick, you know, and then it will be the first Stag Junior pick with a limited edition box. Keep the price at $4.50. Anyway, guys, much love to you all. We're going on the 20 minutes. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know, guys. Let me know. Do you enjoy? Do you chase store picks? Because now that I've gotten my first store picks, no, this is my first store pick I'm tasting, alright? So, never had a store pick before of any kind of bourbon or release. So, I'm happy that it is an Eagle Rare 10-year store pick. There you go. From Barrel and Batch, Chocolate Fantales. Lingering taste on my back of my throat. There is vibes of chocolate. Anyways, I'm going to pour up some more, but I'm going to just keep on talking if I pour up more. And I was already going to end the video just before. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? What are you doing? Unedited, unscripted. This is why videos go for too long. But anyways, I'm going to end it before it just keeps going again. But much love to you all. Drink responsibly and don't drink and drive. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. We don't all got all that other stuff. We ain't on Patreon, you know. Go join Patreon. Support me on the... Nah, none of that business. We don't get paid for this. This is not profitable for me, making YouTube videos. This is purely me sharing my experience, my journey with yous, and yous are all appreciated joining me on my journey. In the future, though, when we can, when it's better production and when we can have barrel picks, I would love to buy a barrel of bourbon. I need to suss out the licensing. Barrel and Batch, maybe need to ask you guys, maybe. How do you set up an online store? How do you get store picks? All that kind of jazz. I would love to get into it. Maybe we're going to have to start off by Australian whiskies, barrels or something. I don't know. Who knows? But these are the more sellers though, because everyone knows Eagle Rare and all that. Me going to pick a barrel of an Australian whiskey, it will purely be for connoisseurs. And you know I'll be keeping it barrel proof, and man, I can't wait for that phase of my life. See, everyone starts off buying bottles, collecting bottles, drinking bottles. Next level is when you get to go for a barrel pick, and then you're releasing your own barrel pick bottles. One day. Anyways, cheers all. Now I'm visualizing, dreaming. Not dreaming, planning for the future. It's like the front of the palate. It's just sweet. But then it almost feels like it just goes boom to the end. It's like bold spiciness, but it's not overly oaky spice. But it's there. It's letting you know that it's 10 years plus. I'm hoping it's plus. From what I can taste, it feels pretty plus. But, oh man, that's good. That's good. Honestly, these kind of bottles, guys, these are the ones that you're not buying to just drink the bottle to get pissed, and you're not going to want to mix this with Coke. But as I always say, drink the bourbon how you enjoy it. And I guess if you're at that phase of drinking bourbon where you're mixing it with Coke, then who's going to stop you, right? You're going to enjoy this bourbon and Coke, because it's probably going to be the best bourbon and Coke, possibly. I'm still trying to remember back to when you're mixing it with Coke, right? It's like, do we want to taste the alcohol? You know, the vodka drinkers just want to taste orange or whatever it is that you're mixing with the vodka. So that being said, the bourbon and Coke drinkers, do you like to taste the bourbon in the Coke, or do you want to just taste less of the alcohol? Because that's why most folks would mix their drinks to not have that alcohol. That being said, will it really matter if the bourbon shines through the Coke? Or maybe it will blend together to make an awesome flavour that bourbon and Coke drinkers like. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Alright guys, I'm going to be repeating myself. Much love to you all. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz. Hit the like button. I'm repeating see, I'm even repeating myself, saying that I'm repeating myself. Alright, I'm out here guys. Much love all. Catch you on the next one. Later.